Chat room for engagement. Online communication with social media is part of the real world outside of school, and we need to help all students monitor their own behavior and help other students monitor against standards of conduct. This real world communication can be simulated using a private online classroom chat room specifically monitored by the teacher. Students will learn how to appropriately interact in this protected environment to help students be aware how their digital footprint will impact them in college and career. Now, my chat room that I use with my face-to-face professional development is located inside of my class in Schooltown. Only the people that are members of my class that me, the teacher, has allowed in can get into our chat room. Now, this chat room is very bare bones, and I love it for that because I'm just want to get to the conversation. I don't want to have to worry about too many features and so on. Basically, you chat in the bottom, and then once you hit send, it comes up to the full conversation. I'm chatting here by myself, so that's not very exciting. But you can go ahead and send it to everybody in the group, or you can send it to specific people. Now, I love what they've done. They've actually blocked the ability to put in bad words, and most bad words. And I love every time I introduce that to a group, then they all try to put in a bad word. But it is a bare bones way to communicate with the class. Now, I use this in my face-to-face sessions if I start to feel I'm losing a group or I need to capture a brainstorm. And so let's say that I have 10 groups discussing something. This is a great way to synthesize and bring everything together. So the chat room is just more flexible when I feel like I need to kind of hear from everybody, but I don't want to do the traditional, everybody talk while everybody else is silent. I can get more people connected at one time within here. And of course, that's if I have a device in front of everybody. This works great on cell phones. I think it's because there's just not a lot of features. Now, the whole purpose of this is not the tool itself of the chat room, but helping students understand what they put on the internet stays on the internet. And we have to help them monitor their own behavior. And that's really the essence of what we want to do. This is protected. It's pretty much a walled garden, but we're teaching the skills for when it's not a walled garden that they know what to do. Now, if you're not in Schooltown and you don't have access to a chat room, you could go ahead and use Chatzy. Chatzy's been around a long time, and since 2002, I think, and it's just a private chat room, really pretty bare bones. You just make your room, and then you can go ahead and invite people to your room. There's no pop-up ads. You don't have to register. The person who makes the room does have to register, but everybody else that wants to use the room does not have to register. Now, with all of these going forward, we have to remember that you don't want to violate the terms of service, and most of them are going to state that any student under the age of 13 cannot come into these chat rooms. So I really want you, if you teach kids younger than 13, it's okay in Schooltown, but it's not okay in these public chats. So just make sure you keep that in the back of your mind. And of course, make sure you always check with your building administrator to make sure that it doesn't violate in any way the acceptable use policy for the district. It doesn't require flash, which is nice, and that would mean it would work on a tablet. Now, this is a new thing for me. The quick chat, you just create the chat room, send out invitations in it, and it's just quick and easy. If you make a virtual room, you have more options where you can set some permissions and things like that. So a quick chat, if you look over on the left, you have the yellow one, the quick chat, just get started. What's your name? What's the title? Boom, there it is. And then create a virtual room. So there is a little difference. You probably want to explore to see which one best meets your needs. Now, there's upgrades, just like all these other sites I show you, there's upgrades if you want. One is the premium user, which you get unrestricted access in your rooms It's inexpensive. There's no ads, faster chatting, and no timeouts. All right, so that's the premium user, and that's going to be $24 for an entire year. If you want to be a premium user. Now, if you want a premium room, which you can have more people, as I was reading through the frequently asked questions, you can have, if you are a premium room, you can have up to 500. They said if you go over 500 people, the system doesn't work as well as you would like. And so if you have a premium room, it's going to now be $129 for the year. But remember, free is good. Get in, see what you like, and play, maybe bring in some colleagues and do some professional chatting just to test it out, to see potentially how you can use it, because our goal is to help students be ready for college and career. They need these experiences. We do not want our students to leave our K-12 buildings, go off to college, and it's the first time they've ever had to chat in an online forum kind of thing. We have to teach them these skills. We have to teach them how important it is to protect their digital footprint. Zippy chats, now this is new to me. It looks very much like Chatsy, where you just name your room, and within seconds you can have your own private chat room. Now, I would strongly suggest, no matter what you use, is to help students understand, don't put personal information in any of these chats. They are on the internet. They say they're safe and secure, but you just never know. So don't be using student names and things like that. Use nicknames or codes or something. Now, Google Talk, a really cool feature within Google, that could be stretched to be a little bit of a chat room experience. If you have Google Apps for Education, I'm not sure if Google Talk is accessible, but you could stretch Google Talk to be somewhat of a group chat. Now, this was another one I found, Chat Step. And this one encrypts the information, and so it has a little bit more security, and you can just go ahead and set up your private room. So, new to me. This is actually one I use every single day. This is the chat feature within Skype. So a lot of times I'll have my Skype open, I'm working on something else, and I don't want to call somebody, but I just need to send them a quick message. That's how we use Skype. And I love it because it's like time stamping everything. You see over to the right? Okay, boom, boom, boom. And I can keep a record of the conversation. I usually have 20 plates spinning. And so I can go right back to the person I was talking to, and I have a track record with everything in one place. Another little known feature about Skype is that you can attach files right in Skype, like an email attachment, but it's in Skype, and you can send huge files that would get blocked by most email programs. Okay, doesn't matter which tool you pick. There's thousands more. I just skimmed the surface on free chat rooms. You want to protect your students. If they're under 13, not recommending it. You want a safe and secure place. And in my school town, I can turn on or turn off the chat. Some teachers don't like to have the chat open maybe on the weekends. You can turn that on and turn that off, the hours. Like you might just set your hours between 8 and 4, and then it's shut down. A lot of teachers use their chat rooms the night before a test. Anybody have any questions? I'll be on tonight between 5 and 6 if you want to ask any last minute questions. So there's lots of ways that you can do it. The key is engagement. That's one key. But the other key is to get students ready for college and career. And this is a reality of communicating online. Thanks.